Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, and that means it is time for my weekly weigh-in and the WW meeting topic for the week. So, we'll start with the weigh-in. I went in studio and weighed because I have to weigh in the studio once a month to keep my lifetime status. Now, I go to a franchise, and they still give out the vouchers. I know International does not do that anymore. It's all automatic, but my franchise is not. So I get a voucher that's good for 8 weeks, but I have to go every month. So I'm way ahead. I think I'm good to August in my app, but I still have to go in once a month. If I miss a month, I have to pay. So I went yesterday because the last time I went was the end of March. So I have to go sometime in April. I chose to go yesterday. I weigh in on Tuesdays. I film this on Wednesdays. I chose to go yesterday because next week is right after Easter, and I know I'm going to have sodium, with Easter food. And then the following week, the night before, we have to drive to Maryland for Andrew's senior sports banquet, recognition banquet. So we will be eating late. We will be eating banquet food, and we will be driving 2.5 hours to come home. Not a great combination to weigh in the next morning. So I decided to go just 2 weeks after my last weigh-in. Now I don't have to go until, if I wanted to, May 30th or May 31st. So just explain that a little bit, but I'll probably go sometime mid-May. We'll see when I have the time. Oh, I haven't told you how I did. Remember I told you I was feeling like I had a gain? I was feeling a little puffy. I did have a gain. 0.2. I'll take it. To me, that is not a gain. It is a maintain, because who knows? Maybe if I went to the bathroom, it wouldn't have been a gain. So not even concerned about that. Happy to have maintained. Would really like to try to go down this week. At least maintain, actually, with Easter. And I did not have a good day yesterday. No, did not have a good day yesterday. Just ate too much. I don't know what it was. I just was very picky again. And then when we went out, I didn't make the best choice. I didn't make a horrible choice. Didn't make the best choice. And that just goes to show you that it doesn't matter if you are just starting out on your journey, if you are in the middle of your journey, or if you've been lifetime for a couple years like I have. Sometimes you still don't make the greatest choices. No one is perfect. No one expects you to be perfect. It is what it is. So, but today, we're back right where we need to be with good, healthy eating, good, healthy food. Oh, and the not so great choice last night. We were supposed to go to this little diner we like on the way home. We had to pick up Adam last night. We were supposed to go to this little diner we like, but it was too late and they were closed. So we went to Applebee's. We call it Crapplebee's. We're not fans. It was the only place open. So I should have had, something a little bit of a better choice, but I didn't. I had a burger. It was delicious. Really was. So I used pretty much all my dailies and my weeklies. But I start over today. It's all good. Anyway, let's get on to the meeting topic. So 0.2 gain this week. I am fine with that. To me, it's a maintain. The meeting topic. How to deal with cravings and emotional eating. Emotional eating is huge. You hear all the time, I'm a stress eater. I'm a stress eater. I used to be an emotional eater. I ate my emotions a lot. especially stress and sadness. That is how I ballooned up to 198 pounds. The last year of my mother's life, I turned to ice cream for comfort. She was living with us. I was her caretaker 24/7. I did not get any sleep. I was still working. I was still running a household. I had a senior in high school. I had a sophomore in high school. I was still doing all the things, plus now taking care of a sick person. It was a lot. My outlet was a huge bowl of Turkey Hill Naturals mint chocolate chip ice cream every flippin' night. And I'm not talking about the serving size of a half a cup. I'm talking about 2 cups of ice cream, probably, at least, in a bowl at like 10 o'clock at night. Almost every night. Yes. It was comfort. Looking back, I wish I had found something else for comfort. But hindsight is 20/20. And you know what? I think it's important to look back to see how far we have come, but I don't think we should look back and beat ourselves up for the choices that we made during a stressful situation. But now, you know better and you do better. And that's what I do. So let's see what they have to say then. Come on. You know, I'm putting my spin on this. And there's probably going to be tough love involved because it's how I roll. So how to deal with cravings and emotional eating. The first thing they show you is a little, I'm totally blank. I need blank. So I'm totally, what is the emotion? I need whatever food you need. And for me, it was, I'm totally sad. I'm totally stressed. I need ice cream. Because if you watch my channel, you know I love ice cream. Good ice cream, not crap ice cream. Good ice cream. Sound familiar? Eating when you're not actually hungry is 100% normal and can 100% be changed. Try this. When you want to stress eat, get comfy and close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Picture an ocean with gentle waves. Notice how they rise, fall, and disappear again and again. Imagine each wave is driving you to eat. It could be a stressful day at work or just general life frustration. Watch as each thought, feeling, or urge itself passes you by. Acknowledge and accept what you're feeling and thinking. After 2 minutes, take deep breaths and come back to the present moment. That's a nice, gentle way of doing it. I'm more of a knock it the heck off. What the heck do you think you're doing type girl. But you know what? We have to do what works for us. And sometimes we do just need to sit and refocus. You know, yesterday was a pretty stressful day with the kids. They just didn't want to listen. They just wanted to do weird things, like stab their fork into my table. It was a little stressful. And I could have easily just said, forget it. I have Easter candy all over the house. I could have just said, you know what? I'm just going to escape with a piece of chocolate. But I didn't. I did stop and think, okay, what is that chocolate going to do? That chocolate will make me feel better for that moment. It will taste delicious. It will feel good on my tongue and feel good in my mouth. But then it's going to make me want another piece. Probably because I'm not eating it for the right reasons. Because more than likely, I'm not putting it in my mouth and savoring it. I'm popping it in there to take away the stress of the day. So what's going to happen? I'm not going to taste it. And I'm going to go, oh my gosh, you know what? I need another piece. I need another piece. I need another piece. And before I know it, there's 10 Hershey Kisses in my mouth. And I didn't taste any of them. That's what happens when we stress eat. We eat, we eat, we eat. We shovel it in. We're not tasting it. We're not feeling it. We're not enjoying it. We're just eating it to get it in our mouth. We're eating it to get it in and make us feel better. And then you realize you didn't taste it, you didn't experience it, and I don't feel better. So now what happens? Now we have the, why did I do that? I just ate my entire week's worth of points in 10 Hershey Kisses, and I have nothing to show for it. We do it because we think it's a quick fix, but it's not. It is not. When you want to eat something delicious like a piece of chocolate or something like that, you need to do it when you're in the right frame of mind. You need to do it when you can eat it slowly, when you can enjoy it, when you can smell it, when you can taste it, when you can feel it in your mouth. And when you do that, when you actually experience that food, you become so much more satisfied. You don't need piece after piece after piece after piece. That brings me back to when I was eating the ice cream. You know, the minute I would get my mom settled for the night, and I knew it was probably going to be temporary. I knew it was only going to be an hour or two before we were up again, and more than likely up all night. I would shovel that ice cream in because I needed to get it in me, because I knew that it wasn't going to, my piece was not going to last. So I would just eat it and eat it and eat it. And next thing I knew, my bowl was empty. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it was not a half a cup. It was a bowl. It was a cereal bowl full. I never tasted it. I never smelled it. I never felt it. So what did I do? Oh, give me some more. Give me some more. I did. And it happens. And it's not good. But it happens. And it happens to all of us. And then the guilt sets in. So for me, after my mother passed away, there was more emotions. There was sadness. There was guilt that, did I do enough? So I kept eating the ice cream. You know, my one excuse, the stress from taking care of my mom, was gone. So now it was, I needed to make myself feel better. I replaced one thing with another, one emotion with another, and I kept going. She passed away in October, and it was finally February when I snapped and said, what in God's name am I doing? This behavior needs to stop. And that's when it stopped. Did it stop like that? No. You can't turn it off and turn it on at whim. It took some time. I've said this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it slow, and I'm going to say it twice because you need to hear this. Stress does not make us eat. Eating is our reaction to stress or sadness or whatever. Insert your emotion here. Let me say it again because I want it to sink in, because this was key for me. Stress does not make us eat. It is our reaction to the stress. So what do you need to do? You need to change that reaction. It is not easy, my friends. It is not. And I don't expect you to say, that's it. Changing my reaction, the world is good. No. It takes time. It takes hard work. You have to be willing to put that in. You have to want this enough to be willing to put that hard work in. If you want this half-heartedly, if you really don't want this, if it is your spouse or your child or your parent that want this for you, it is not going to work, my friends. You need to want it. You need to want it. You need to want to break that behavior. So how do you do it? You do it slowly. I'm not even looking to see how they tell you. We should probably get back to the topic. For me, I had to replace that, I'm sad, I need to eat. I replaced it, and I know this isn't going to work for everyone. I replaced it with exercise. I will never forget when that dawned on me, and it was the first Mother's Day after my mother had passed away. I always took Sunday as a day of rest. Not that day. I said, I need to do something or I'm going to eat my feelings. What do I need to do? I'm going to go out. I'm just going to go take a run. I'm just going to go for a short run. I need to clear my head. Well, let me tell you, that was pretty much in the beginning of my running journey. I mean, I used to run and then I stopped and then I started again when I started WW. I started running when I started WW in February. I started the Couch to 5K. So I was pretty much done or at the end of the Couch to 5K by the time Mother's Day hit. I said, I'm going out for a run. I need to clear my head. It was ugly. I ugly cried through the whole run. But I ran faster and farther than I had the entire time. And it was soul healing. It was repairing. It was good. I felt so good about myself that I did something productive and I did not turn to food. It was an amazing feeling. It really was. And that's when I realized that, you know what? This is going to be my replacement for eating. Now, I'm not saying every time I'm stressed, I'm going to, strap on my running shoes and go out for a run, because that doesn't work. But I can stop and I can say, okay, I'm really stressed. I just want to eat. No. You know what? I'm just going to stop and I'm going to breathe. I'm going to take a couple laps around the yard. I'm going to take a couple laps around the house. If it's something where I can't leave, if it's stress from the babies. And yes, I love my daycare kids. I love them like my own children. But sometimes days are rough. I can't leave them to go out for a run. But I can call it a dance party, put on some music, and we can dance. And they can dance their sillies out, and I can dance my stress away. We can go out in the yard on good days, and, while they're playing, I can walk laps. I can do something. I can make plans, not excuses. And that's what you have to do. You have to stop making excuses, and you have to come up with an alternative. So maybe exercise is not your alternative. Maybe it's crafting. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's knitting. Maybe it's sitting outside in nature. Maybe it's snuggling your pet. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's not eating. You have to replace your reaction with something else. Okay, now that I've said my piece, let's see what they have to say. Let's dive a little deeper. When a craving or strong emotion hits, craving's the same way as an emotion, so just replace craving with emotion, or vice versa. The voice in your head telling you to eat can be loud, like all-encompassing, can't focus on anything else loud. The good news, it is possible to quiet that voice in a different way. When you feel the urge to use food in response to the emotions you're feeling, pause, acknowledge it, and let it go. Kind of like what I said, replace it. Cravings and emotional eating are types of external hunger. Last week we talked about internal and external hunger. Emotional eating is definitely external. And they're normal. They're normal. Unless you're living in a bubble, you'll likely run into something that cues you to eat on any given day. Maybe it's a place, a friend's house for a get-together, a cocktail here or there, a cocktail or three, a habit. TV time equals snack time. How many of us do that? I am watching TV. I need to sit with a bowl of popcorn, a bowl of chips, tea and cookies. And I pretty much have overcome that except for a couple occasions. I still love to have a bowl of popcorn when I'm watching Survivor. I do. But not every single show. Survivor. There's something with Survivor that does that. And a lot of times I know that and I plan that and I let myself do it. Or an emotion. Stress brings it on. We could go on and on. The key to staying on track is having a way to respond to those triggers. We aren't saying that meditation or whatever is a permanent fix, but recognizing and accepting what may be driving you to eat can help you take back control and allow the urge to pass. So their thing is replace the stress eating. Replace the reaction to eat with meditation. If that works for you, that is beautiful. If exercising works for you, that is beautiful. If crafting or reading or snuggling your pet, if it works, it's beautiful. Whatever works for you. This is not a one-size-fits-all thing. This is a huge, huge issue. And it's one that can be fixed. It's not easy to fix it, but it can be fixed. And I'm going to tell you, it has to be fixed. Because you know what? There will always be stress in your life. It doesn't matter if that stress is family, if that stress is health, money, anything. There's always going to be some kind of stress in your life. Maybe not every day, all day, but it's going to happen. And learning how to deal with it before it happens is huge. So my friends, just remember, and I'm going to say it for the third time, stress does not make us eat. Eating is our reaction. Let's change that reaction. I know you can do it. And the more we do it, the more it becomes a habit. And that's what we need to do. We need to make that change a habit, because that's what's going to make us successful in the long run. Rome wasn't built in a day, friends, and neither is this. But start working on it now for better results in the future. And I am here for you. Message me, email me. If you have my number, text me, call me. Do something. Do something, because I want to help you. I'm not perfect. I still have my moments, but I'm a whole lot better, and you can be too. That's all I have to say about that. And it was long. Real quick, let me show you what the recipe is. It looks absolutely delicious. Rosemary roast chicken with potatoes. Look at that. It looks absolutely delicious. For me, on my personal points, it is 1 point. And it is just cooking spray, Yukon Gold potatoes. They are delicious. They are like butter. Olive oil, table salt, black pepper, garlic, rosemary, chicken breasts, and white wine. It sounds delicious, looks delicious. Yeah, I think I might have to try that, my friends. And if I do, I will bring you along with me, because, yeah, that looks really good. I need to grow rosemary. I don't grow rosemary. I need to grow that. Maybe I need to grow it just for this recipe. So my friends, that is it. If you made it this far, thank you. I know I was a little intense today, as always, but I try to keep it real. I try to keep it real. I try to keep what's relevant, not only for me, but for you also. Sometimes I know I can get a little bit tough, but sometimes we need to hear that. So just know that when I come to you with tough love, it truly is love. So my friends, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. Lots of time today, 24 minutes. But this is an important subject. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love you to hit that subscribe button and join my community here on YouTube. We have a good time. We have a great time in the comments, and hopefully I can help you along on your journey. So thank you for watching. If you know someone that could use a little bit of tough love, feel free to share this video. Have a fantastic day, my friends, and I will see you all very soon.